So with the first two picks, the Eagles took two Jalens, and they may both have the same name, but they're going to have completely opposite rookie seasons. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. Everybody doing King Dingbat here, and you know what? I know the Dallas Cowboy fans are scared. They're scared of what the Eagles did this offseason. I know Mark Holmes has admitted to me. He sends me texts. Philly, I'm actually kind of a little worried about what you guys are doing. You guys made some good picks, and we got CeeDee Lamb. And yeah, I like CeeDee Lamb, but we didn't need him. And now Deshaun Watson's going to get a long, huge contract, and Dak hasn't been paid. What are we doing? Don't tell anybody, but I think the Eagles are really better. I know, Mark. I know. You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah. Sorry. My belt was making noise. It was saying, thank you for letting me be in the house of a champion. You're welcome, belt. Go rest. The champs are here. I love it. Now, I will fully admit that I wanted the Eagles to trade up for CeeDee Lamb. There's no question about it. I'll never change. I'll never change from that stance. That's what I wanted at the time. No question about it. And in the second round when they took Jalen Hurts, there's no question. I wouldn't have done it. And I'll never change my opinion on it. That said, that doesn't mean I don't like what the Eagles did, especially in the first round, getting Jalen Reagor. If you watch my videos leading up to draft, you know I had no problem with Jalen Reagor at all. I wanted him over Justin Jefferson. Okay? So I liked the Jalen Reagor pick. I had no problem with it. The Jalen Hurts pick, I think he's a very talented quarterback. I would have gone somewhere else, but they got him. And now it is done. It is what it is. And you got to support both guys. You support your team. And hey, that's what it's all about. And me, I think Jalen Hurts could be very, very good quarterback. I think the Eagles hopefully can develop him and then maybe trade him down the road for a first round pick. I think Jalen Reagor could be a very good player. No question about it. However, I really think when you look at both these guys' rookie seasons, they're both going to be completely opposite. They're going to be completely opposite of what everybody's thinking, especially when it comes to Jalen Hurts, because most people think, oh, the Eagles are going to use him in Wildcats, and they're going to do trick plays and all these things. They're going to bring him in. They're going to do what the Saints do with Hill, and it's going to be tremendous. That's what a lot of people think. And I think at the beginning of the season, I think they're going to try a few of these things. I do. I think they'll try a few of these things. They won't work, because that's usually what happens. They hardly work. And then he'll end up back on the bench, holding the clipboard, holding the pencil, and he'll sit. And he'll sit the rest of the year. You'll hardly see him, except for shots on the sideline when the quarterbacks are talking, or when they're talking about him because they're discussing the draft and the pick. And he's going to sit, and he's going to learn, and he's going to develop. He's going to be the third string quarterback. Sudfeld will be the second string quarterback. He'll be the backup. And he's going to learn all year. And it's going to be the best thing that Jalen Hurts could do, to sit, to learn, to work on fundamentals, to work on mechanics, to learn from Doug Peterson. The best thing he could do. And he's got Marty Morningweg too, who can help out and develop a quarterback. So I think that if that's what happens with Jalen Hurts his rookie year, it's a success. It's a successful year for him to sit on the bench and do nothing. I know they're going to try some wildcat stuff, but I just stay away from it. I know they'll do it early, and it won't work. Mark my words, because they never seem to work. When we did it with Vic and McNabb, it just doesn't work. Teams get it. I think the Saints are a special case, but if he sits on the bench and he just learns, then the following year, you get rid of Sudfeld, and then Hurts becomes your backup quarterback. And now he's not going to be able to do those Wildcat things because he's the backup. But he'll sit there as a backup. He'll learn, maybe play a little more in preseason. Hopefully he doesn't play at all. But the Eagles will rave about him. They'll talk about how he's developed, how he looks. Teams will be interested. Maybe the Eagles blow a few people out. Maybe there's a situation where he comes in, he has to start a game or two, plays good. The following year, maybe you have a situation where people want to trade for him, and maybe you can get a first-round pick. That's my hope. But when it comes to his rookie year, Jalen Hurts is going to sit on the bench. He's going to sit on the bench the whole time holding the clipboard, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, a matter of fact, I'm really okay with that. And if they do a couple trick plays and it works, great. No problem with that at all. Now, when we talk about Jalen Reagor, it's completely opposite. It's completely opposite because I think from day one of training camp, or when they get together, or when they get on the field, he's going to be perhaps the fastest guy on the field. Okay, him and Deshaun Jackson. Two guys that are going to be lightning. Oh, a good one's pretty fast too. So, you're going to have three very fast guys. And I think when the Eagles get on the field, it's going to be very hard for Marty. It's going to be very hard for Doug to want to keep those guys off the field. They're going to want to get them in and playing. And I think Jalen Reagor will play from day one. I think you'll see him on special teams year one. You'll see him doing punts and things like that because he's a rookie. Okay, after second or third year, they'll stop doing it when he's a primary starter on offense. But I think he'll play right away. He may not start right away. He may be the third receiver, but he'll play right away. He'll get a lot of reps, and I think he's going to end up with a pretty good rookie year. I think you're going to see Jalen Reagor, if I had to predict his statistics, and it's early, but I see between 50 to 60 catches, between 700 to 800 yards. I think he'll have that with about 4 or 5 touchdowns. That's what I think we're going to get from Reagor. And, oh, by the way, I think he'll have at least one punt return for a touchdown, maybe 2. And if we get that out of him, it's a hell of a year for him. I would be very, very happy with that kind of rookie year. But I expect big things from Jalen Reagor. I really do. I actually like all the wide receivers we got. I like Quez Watkins. I like Hightower. I like them all. I think they all make the team. I think the Eagles. I'll have to do a depth chart for the wide receivers in another video. But I just think it's going to be fascinating. But Jalen Reagor, I think first round pick, he should end up with 50, 60 catches at least. I mean, he's providing something the Eagles haven't had in a long time. I mean, basically with Deshaun Jackson being injured last year, we didn't have it all. Now you have at least 3 guys that could go out on the field and run fast. And I think Jalen Reagor this year will probably get between 50 to 60 catches, 700, 800 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns. And if we get that out of him and we get Jalen Hurts sitting on the bench just learning, hell of a year for first 2 picks in this draft, in my opinion. I will be doing a live stream on Thursday afternoon, so you guys want to be there for that. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that dingbat bell, and I will definitely see you later. With that said, let me know what you think of both these guys and what you expect in their rookie seasons. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat. The champs are out.